Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about an interesting conversation with the RMDA. So I ended up in a conversation with Paul Burrell from the RMDA, and I'm going to make a more refined video for this. This is kind of just off riff because I was in the middle of editing another video and then I got this call. This actually revealed some very interesting information, at least to me, about how the RMDA works, how each player in the RMDA actually fits within the ezCater platform, or really the position the RMDA is in comparison to the ezCater platform, and all of the other important information that goes with it. Now, with that said, also, I ended up having some other conversations on that subject. And I also learned a little bit more about what's in store for ezCater drivers, or really a lot of the gig workers that work under RMDA managed platforms. And I'll talk about that in a minute. Like I said, it's going to be more refined, but long story short, I'm just gonna kind of read off what I got here. So Paul Burrell is the president of the RMDA. The RMDA, or Restaurant Marketing Delivery Association, is a nonprofit organization that has been empowering independent delivery service providers, offering platforms, networking, and education for DSPs, and the contract with ezCater that a lot of these smaller platforms provide is actually just with the RMDA. It just has a bunch of smaller platforms under it, which is actually very interesting because there is a lot of smaller companies that are working with this that are not just delivery service providers. And I am very curious about that. Regardless, Paul Burrell gave me a few tidbits of information. First and foremost, Jackrabbit did not have the authority to actually impose the losses upon me in the way they did. So the way they were threatening me like that, the way they were contacting me, asking, "You pissed off the chef?" or anything of that sort, that was not acceptable in the eyes of this. Like, they don't tolerate that. That is not a policy that ezCater or the RMDA allows for. In fact, they reached out to the person who was in charge of that with Jackrabbit Deliveries and said, "Hey, no, we don't tolerate that. That is unacceptable." If ezCater imposes some sort of fee, that goes on to the DSP, not the driver. And that's another thing that they said. If you ever end up having a conversation of that sort, and you see that the drivers are saying that, and you see that your DSP is saying that, that could actually cost them big. Because ezCater won't just cut off the contract with the smaller company, being Jackrabbit Deliveries. They'll cut off the RMDA entirely. Remember, the contract is with RMDA, not with Jackrabbit or Food Fetched or any of these other smaller companies. The next point that was brought up was the concept of support services not actually supporting their drivers. Like the other day, I ended up doing an ezCater delivery in the late afternoon for Food Fetched, and I just got no support from them whatsoever. I couldn't get in contact with Jeff. I couldn't get in contact with any of their support teams. They just wouldn't respond to me. And because of that, I ended up contacting ezCater over that as well, and I had no support on that front. That said, they already have a system in place known as Falcon, which basically is support system between the DSP and ezCater that is managing the orders that the RMDA received. So between the DSP and ezCater, there is a support system. Now, Falcon is going to expand into a full-on call center to work with each one of these companies as a whole. But nevertheless, that is something that they're working on expanding. They did explain to me the difference between base pay and tips. Normally, you'll see, like, I will make a full explanation on that in a different time. Also, auditing. So ezCater already audits through spot checks through each of these companies to make sure that the full tips are going to the drivers. But I offered Paul a potential alternative, or rather an extra level of security in case there is a level of suspicion, because I know that there's been talks lately about how there is suspicion that a particular DSP is not actually providing the full tips to their companies. That has come up between Tanner and Jeff and a couple of other people. I understand that. I 100% hear where you're coming from. So I offered the concept of the drivers filling out a form, sending it to some internal system within the RMDA, and that way they could check with the individual DSP, hey, are you actually doing this? Are you actually providing the 100% tip to the driver that completed these orders? So let's say you send in a $40 order and you only got paid $25 and they just kept the extra $15. How can we know that? And how do we know you're not just sending these reports to ezCater just to shut them up? We can actually have a level of security with that. Paul said he was going to get in touch with somebody in his other company, Passion Fruit. I don't know much about that company, to be perfectly honest, but they said that they're going to look into setting up a different inbox for the subject. I'm going to start working on getting a form together to help drivers actually have that level of security with the RMDA. And that way, drivers and DSPs are actually working together to make the big bucks. Like I said, I'm going to go deeper into all of this in a different video and a lot more refined than it is now. But just so you know, I am looking to help drivers who also work under the RMDA to some capacity, or really work with ezCater at all. Like, my goal is to make sure that all drivers are treated the way they're supposed to be treated. That's important to me, specifically, to make sure that's done properly. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, this is very impromptu because of everything that took place today. I'll have more details for that when they come out. And yeah, till next time.